If you want a beautiful home, but you don't have a big budget, you're in the right place. If we haven't met yet, my name is Tiffany, and today I'm headed off to the Goodwill outlet or the Goodwill bins. I've had a lot of you comment that your Goodwill store is not nearly as cheap as mine. That's because I'm not shopping at the regular Goodwill, I'm shopping at the outlet or the bins, and this is a very different thing. It's significantly cheaper. Come along and I'll show you what kind of savings you could find. I'll show you what I did with any project pieces, and in the end, I'll share exactly how much I spent. I want to thank Roborock for sponsoring today's video. Let's go ahead and jump right in. If you're wondering if there's one of these outlet stores in your area, I've put together a free resource where I've listed out all of the Goodwill outlet or Goodwill bins locations I could find, and I'll have that linked for you guys in the description box as well as in the comments. If you haven't been to one of these stores before, just be aware that it's definitely a unique shopping experience. Some people love it, some don't. It can be kind of hit and miss. Occasionally I go and there's not much of interest, and then other times I go and there is a ton. So if you've gone once and you didn't find anything, I'd suggest trying again at a different time, or if possible, maybe even try a different location. And here we are over on the furniture side, and over here items are priced individually. This leaf garland was originally $9.99, but at our Goodwill outlet, housewares are priced at just $1.29 per pound. As I was painting these leaves, I did not go in order. I kind of jumped around so that as I got low on paint, I mixed up some more in a similar color but slightly different. This helped to add some variation. I could have spray painted these and that would have been a lot quicker, but I opted to hand paint them to keep those stems brown. I felt like this helped to make them look a little bit more realistic. And this project did take some time. So if you're gonna take this on, I suggest turning on a good podcast, or you can always turn on one of my playlists and watch that while you work. This project here traditionally calls for Elmer's glue. I didn't have any on hand at the moment, so I decided to try wood glue. Once that glue was tacky to the touch, I then covered it with paint. As that glue dries, it shrinks down a bit and creates a crackle effect. This is a really simple way to kind of upscale the look of your foam pumpkins. I picked up this candlestick a while back at the Goodwill bins. This multi-tool cutter is one of my favorites. If power tools kind of intimidate you, this multi-tool is super simple to use. It's really easy to control and it's so versatile. You can do so many different projects with this. I did save that top section in case I decide to reattach it or repurpose it for another project. This time of year, as our daylight starts to dwindle and the days get a little darker and gloomy, I love to add in some light. Aside from those battery-operated candles, everything I used here to decorate this fireplace was purchased from the Goodwill bins. In a recent video, I made this gourd light as well as this sign. If you missed that video, I'll have that linked in the description. I didn't pick up this bowl this shopping trip. I picked this up out of the bins several months back, but I wanted to include it in this video because it is attributing to my fall decor. To check and see if this was plated or if it was solid brass, here I'm using a magnet, and this bowl is not magnetic, which tells me that this is likely solid brass. Had just a little bit of wax left over. I really value anything that helps to simplify my life and save me time. That's why I'm really excited to be partnering today with Roborock. Globally, Roborock is rated #1 for robot vacuums, and they offer various product lines from entry level to high-end models. And today I'm sharing about the Q5 Max Plus. This vacuum has 2 roller brushes. That duo roller brush paired with excellent suction power ensures that this vacuum is going to do a great job at picking up dust, dirt, debris, and hair off of your floors. It offers a quick mapping feature where it quickly goes through your house with the vacuum off and creates a detailed map. It has a self-emptying bin, and it can clean for up to 7 weeks before you need to go manually empty it. It uses LiDAR navigation, which to me is a huge plus because that means it can accurately navigate in the dark. So I can set it to run at night while we're in bed, and we get to wake up to nice, clean floors. We have multiple levels as well as a sunken family room, so it's really helpful that it can map out and save multiple levels. The app is really simple to use and allows you to set no-go zones if there's anywhere that you don't want the vacuum to go. In there, you can also set up schedules for when you want it to run automatically, and you can adjust settings in there. We've had a lot of different vacuums over the years, but Roborock was a total game changer for us. Their products have made a huge difference in the cleanliness of our home, and I absolutely love how simple their products are to use and maintain. And now through October 13th, Roborock is running a Prime Day deal, and you could pick up the Q5 Max Plus for 50% off. This is a great deal on a great vacuum, and again, this discount is just for a limited time. So if you'd like to take advantage of that sale, head down to that description box, and I'll have a link with more information about Roborock and all of their Prime Day deals. This vase was over on the furniture side, marked for $2.99. I felt like that top section there was kind of dating this. After letting that sit and dry overnight, it had hardened. And now to see if we can create something high-end out of toilet paper. I then squeezed out a little bit of the water and separated that. Here I'm adding some joint compound. Once I was happy with the consistency of it, I decided to add some paint. To smooth this out, I used a spatula. If you're gonna do this, I suggest making sure that you have a really nice, flexible spatula. I then set this in front of a fan and let it dry for 2 days. You could absolutely stop here, but ultimately I decided to play around with some paint. If you aren't familiar with apple barrel paint, it's so affordable. I have a bunch of them on hand. You can get them through Amazon, or I just picked mine up at Walmart. The look that I was going for here was kind of an aged vessel, and honestly, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just going for it and seeing what happens. Frequently with projects like this, I get partway through and think that I have ruined it, but I just keep going and playing around with it until I'm happy with it. I love the color of this tree in our backyard. Initially, I did take some clippings off of it and bring it in, but of course it didn't last very long. Also, I brought some bugs in with it, so I found these on Amazon. If you're interested, I'll have all products and items that I can link for you down in that description box so you can go check them out. I picked up a couple of these decorative strands this trip to the bins. I'm styling them in this dough bowl with pumpkins, and I picked up both of those items at the Goodwill bins as well, but quite a while back. I find these pretty frequently at the Goodwill bins. I don't know what they are. If you guys do, I'd love to hear from you, but I think they're beautiful. I love the texture, but I wasn't a big fan of that green on there. Here I'm using some sanded grout in the color stone. Thing about being a DIYer is when you buy something, typically you're not going to be using up all of that paint or grout on one project. So you'll have leftovers and then you can repurpose those. And that's what I tend to do on my channel here. Occasionally I do purchase a new tool or a new product to try, but oftentimes I'm just going out in my garage and seeing what we have available. I loved this pot. I thought it was really pretty, but it was in rough condition. Here my husband's helping to get those handles off. He is extremely handy, and whenever I'm stumped with a project, he can usually jump in and help figure it out. When trying to get something centered, I find it's easiest to flip it upside down. I had some of that paper mache clay left over. Once again, I'm playing around with some paint to see what we end up with. I thought this basket was really neat. I washed this up with soap and water and set it out in the sun to dry. That red paint was bleeding through. One of the best solutions I've found is to spray a coat of shellac on it. always looking for different finishes that are safe to use on food prep surfaces, and I recently came across this Watco Butcher Block stain. This is my first time working with this product, and I have to say I love it. I will definitely be using it on future projects. Before we get to the grand total of what I spent on this shopping trip, if you enjoyed this video, would you please do me a big favor and hit that thumbs up button? And for more budget-friendly home decor inspiration, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss future videos. So not counting the items that I picked up previously, on this trip to the Goodwill outlet, I spent $37.41. Don't forget to head down to that description box to take advantage of that Roborock sale, as well as find that list of Goodwill bins locations. If you liked this video, I think you're going to love this one as well. Thank you so much for joining me here. I'll see you next time.